Okay, 1.3. Firstly, company organizing a fun day, clientele and their families. People register as they are. The company wants to determine how many children younger than 13 years and how many adults which are 13 or older are attending. Okay, so firstly, the local variables we need to know for our input is, let's check F12. Okay, it's going to be let's just call it unknown people, because that's what they're going to enter. It's an integer. Let's start with that. The input will be unknown people is assigned to, where are we getting the input from? 1.3. We have done it before, just doing it again. This is the fun day. Right, it's coming from a spin edit. The spin edit's name is SED age. So we can go SED age dot. Where does the spin edit's value come from? Value. I must know this already. Unknown people is assigned to spin edit dot value. So that's the input, the first one. The question wants us to give them a message. It's one of the things. A message must be displayed indicating how many children. Okay. We also need to know who's coming. So this is going to be S name. S name is a string. That's the other input. Where's this coming from? EDT name dot. Oh, it's the edit box now. Huh? No, dot text. Guys, this is week 1. Unknown people assigned to spin edit. This is an integer. It's coming from a spin edit which has a value integer property. Edit box is a text property, so that goes to the string. Yeah, those are the two inputs. Now we need to check if unknown people, if it's greater than or equal to 13, then I'm going to put a begin and an end. Okay. If the number of people is greater than or equal to 13, we know they are adults. So for now, I want to display panel welcome.caption. It's assigned to welcome plus the person who is joining us. I'm putting a space there. Plus his name. Plus. Yeah. So you are an adult. Something like that. Okay, let's just put a space here. I'll put a space here. So that the S name will be attached right to welcome. It will be one word. Welcome S name, you are an adult. Okay. So let's just run this. So now to say, Peter, you're an adult. Welcome, Peter, you're an adult. Okay. Yes. I'm just doing it step by step. Okay, so far, works. Now here you can have an else, because there's only one other thing that can happen. So you can either say, else, begin, and end. Okay. And there's never a semicolon like this. Never one of these before an else. Okay. So then I can copy this exactly like that. Just change it. Just say welcome, you're a child. Okay, so now that's as simple as it is. If it's not greater than or 13, it goes to else. So if this is anything under 13, we'll say you're a child. Anything over, you're an adult. You're a child. Okay, so that's the basic part of it done. Breaking the question into steps. You don't have to use an else. This else part, you would get just as many marks in this exam if you said if, you just put a second if statement. Just change it. Okay, that's fine, you can do that. So if this is now less than 13, then you can do that. The else just means you don't have to do that. Okay. The else also helps because if the person is greater than 13, it only does this. It doesn't do this. It doesn't check this. This way it will check this, and it will check this. So just a little bit less efficient. What's this? Okay. Right, so that's that part done. So now we know if they're adult or a child. Then the next thing it says you must count how many people are coming every day. Now it's no good. Look here, if I try and display, let's say, I'm going to show you why this is no good. If I say unknown people is this, and I want to add the people, which here are total. So this is going to be wrong. Our total is assigned to our total plus unknown people. So if I want to count everybody, I can do that. Then I can say show message into string our total. So that will show me the total number of people. Let's run that. Firstly, okay, let's see. So, see, that's wrong. That's very wrong. Why? For a start, because our total wasn't initialized. Our total's got to be, you've got to tell it where to start counting from. So your total is going to be assigned to 0. Is this going to work? Not really. We'll give you the right answer here, 21. And that's the age. Okay, so that gives you 21. But now, if I click it again, it should be, it's going to be 21 all the time. Okay, let's just do this. Okay. Our total 0, unknown people. Was that wrong? Okay, so that's that. So this isn't, this is actually named wrong. It's meant to be our age.
Yes, that too.
Yeah, so let's just fix that. Our age.
What's the next?
Okay, but that wouldn't be here. Right, to get the total people, we need to set it to 0, and then we have to increase it by 1, because every time a person's coming, it's one person. So it become 1. If I click it again, it must become 2. Click it again, it must become 3. And again, this is not going to work. Why? Should it be 2 now? It's going to be 1 every time. Okay, because it always gets set back to 0. So in other words, we can't set this to 0 and count it at the same time. This is going to have to be set to 0 on form activate. And that's where the problem comes in. That's a different procedure. So we go here. Yes. Floating bit. Real. Any real number. Floating point. It's not real. Yeah. Floating point means it's got a decimal. That's what a floating point is. Like 3.124. That's a floating point. Right, so in form activate, I need to set our total to, if I want to know the total number of people, I'm going to set that to 0. Just see I can't. Because it only exists here, you understand that bit. So what do? Okay, put it there and then make it global. Yes. So we can set our total is an integer. Now it's global. Now I can see it here. Now if I go control space, it's there. So when the program starts, I can say our total is assigned to 0. and not do that here, now when I run it, it'll actually count. Now it's working. Okay. Now it's fine. Now we're counting everybody. Now we're just going to count adults and children. We have to do the same thing. So, A for adults. Control Z. Don't do that to me. A. Comma. C for child. Same one. 1.3 from if statements. If statements. Our adult is assigned to 0 when the program starts. Our child is assigned to 0 when the program starts. You understand? Program starts, they're set to 0. Then when they add a new person, one person gets added. We check their age and stuff. If it's greater than 13, they're an adult, yes? So then here we say I, adult, is assigned to I, adult, plus 1. That's why we also have a begin and an end. If this is true, we'll do everything between this begin and end. There's no begin and end, it only does the first line it sees, based on that. So on this side, obviously now it's going to be our child, so our child plus 1. Or we can use a maths function, a maths procedure. We could say inc. That's another one you could use. Increase RC. It will increase RC by 1. Just like this means increment. RC, the default is by 1. So to do the same thing. And then you can display your 2 panels. So here we could say panel adult, but caption is assigned to what? Well, it's going to be RA, which is an integer. So we have to turn an integer to a string. Integer to string RA, and then panel child.caption assigned to int string. I see. So now let's see if it works. So we've got one adult, 2 adults, 3 adults. 4 people, one of which is a child. Now we've got 6 altogether, 3 and 3. Okay, so this one's counting all of them. This one, if it's an adult, only if it's a true will it do that one. Only if it's less than 13 will it do that one. And we're displaying the I, the A, and the total. We're displaying that here. If you wanted, you can move that to the end if you want to keep your code more neat. Okay, so once again, now you've got your input processing then output. There's your input. So this is actually processing to. So you're only getting the 2 inputs, and you're doing this processing, and that some of the output is coming into. Okay, do you understand why they're global? Remember, global variables get used in more than one procedure. So total, RA and RC, you'll see here in this procedure, and you'll see it in this procedure.
So why don't you
This is for adult.
you don't have to say I.
If you want, you can. In the test it's better. I'm just videos. But if you're doing an exam, call it adult. Here, like this, by the age. You see, that's why it's a bad idea to do it like it. So it would be better to say adults. We know what we're talking about because we're on the same thing. So for now it was fine. So in the test, you'll make it I adult. Yes? Who's they? The program doesn't care what you call this. You could call it X. You could call it Sacred Heart. It doesn't care. You as a programming unit, you know it's an adult. And you know it refers to a child. Okay, so that's where you can. So to make it better, you wouldn't just say adult and I'll listen to you now. You would say, you'd build a string to tell the user adults equals plus. That makes more sense to the person using it. So now it says adults equals 1 instead of just a 0. So the computer doesn't care. All the computer's doing is increasing your variable by 1. Because that's what you told it to do. So that's an interesting question. That's why this is called data. You know, just I, A, and 1, 2, 3. That's data, it's meaningless. So that 0 here is meaningless. You don't know what it means. This is information because it hasn't been turned into something meaningful. Okay. Yes.
Mercedes.
Sorry? Random. I'll show you now. Okay, that's another one you might want to see. Let me just stop the stream.